Hey, thanks for taking the time to check out this video. This is a review on the sticky holster. This is the MD4 size, and that is perfect for subcompacts like my Smith & Wesson, which is the Shield Plus. It is empty. There's no magazine in there. There's nothing in here. So, safe firearm. Now, going over the holster, I'm going to cover some things that I've heard other people say about them. I want to kind of dispel some of these things, at least in my mind. If you find anything that I'm saying you disagree with, please comment below and straighten me out if you think I'm wrong. But let's see how you feel by the end of this video. So first I'm going to cover the holster itself, construction. Then I'm going to get into 2 or 3 different things that people are saying that just from a logical standpoint don't make sense. And maybe it's just me. So like I said, make sure you correct me if I am wrong. So starting with construction, very, very good, double stitched. That's going to last a long time. There's no frayed edges. There's no strings that are kind of hanging out. I've run into some other holsters here lately where the quality of craftsmanship or manufacturing is quite lacking, and you can see where things are going to kind of just fall apart over time. I don't see that happening with the sticky holster. Now, they call it sticky holster. I'm going to call it grippy holster. Goes in the waistband. Can you put it in your pocket? Yes, but there's been some confusion. Some people think, oh, it's it has to be a pocket holster because there's, it's not like the Kydex where it has a belt clip and it's formed and all that. No, it's just a different way of thinking about what an inside the waistband holster can be like without it being the traditionals, what you think leather holsters and Kydex and some of the other ones, right? There is no clip on there. There is no belt clip. Doesn't need to be one because of the material, the way that it works and the way that it functions, which is really nice. And why I got one is because it reduces your total footprint. When I put this in here, I am this narrow. I've added just a tiny bit on each side of this firearm, but it's going to stay locked in and just as secure without the belt clip as this Kydex does. It'll stay just as well. I put it to the test yesterday. I was out first thing in the morning. Didn't get home till way after dark late, and it did not move unless I moved it. It never moved at all. It does a great job of sticking to the material that it's up against, and then either your skin or undershirt, your underwear, whatever it might be. Okay, so really, really good from that standpoint. Now let's talk about a couple things that people are saying about it that I have to scratch my head about. One, they say, well, there's no way it locks in. It doesn't click in. There's nothing there to hold it. It just drops right out of the holster. Well, ask yourself, when the last time you went out there and concealed carry your gun in this position? Have you ever? Probably not. And if you are, you're probably not doing it the right way. Okay? That's not the way you're supposed to carry. You carry it this way. So the gun is sitting comfortably in the holster, right? But it's not just magically going to fly away. Not the way it works, right? So to give this as a negative is kind of ridiculous to me, okay? Doesn't make sense. When this is locked in, you've got your belt around it. It's not going anywhere, all right? So 1, it's not going to drop down. 2, it's not going to come up and fall out. And 3, this isn't going to just fly away. So we're good there. Another thing that comes up is, well, you can't get your gun back in your holster fast. You have to stop, and it kind of takes a little bit of work to do it. Well, let's do a little more thinking here, a little more logic. When you draw your weapon, you're drawing it because you're facing a threat, a serious threat, and that's what you're looking at. You're handling that. No matter what you have to do, what actions you have to take, walk away, de-escalate, handle the situation, doesn't matter what it is, right? You're drawing quickly because you feel the need to do that. You feel there's a threat. You feel that your life may be in danger, great bodily harm, whatever it may be. Yes, comes out fast. Putting it back in, I can't think of a single situation where I need to be in a giant, quick, fast rush to get this back in my holster. There just isn't. If you got one, put the comment down below. Now, active duty military in hostile territory, you got a firearm on your side, you've got a rifle, you burn up your ammo in your pistol, or you just changing out due to circumstances, yes, you would, but then if you're in that situation, you're probably not going to be carrying a holster like this anyway. This is for your day-to-day people. So once your weapon's drawn, there's a reason for it. That's where you need to focus your attention to. And then go ahead, settle down, take some deep breaths, go ahead and reholster your weapon. Some people say, well, there's nothing that, locks it in, and there's been some problems with some other holsters that have straps that clip over, trying to manipulate them to get your gun drawn pretty quick. Okay, it seems simple enough. It's like, oh, that's a great idea. If I can just lock this in here, that'll make it hard for somebody to come up and just grab my gun. Well, first off, let's think again. Use the old noggin. One, nobody should know you're carrying in the first place. So you shouldn't have anybody running up on you trying to get your weapon. Right out of the gate. Right? That's why it's called concealed to begin with. Two, once this is in where you're going to set it, you got your belt is tightened down, it's where it's going to be. The tension of the belt alone, the pressure of that, and the way this material is, it holds that firmly. So if somebody comes running up on you, they start grabbing, your instinct should be automatically is to protect that. Okay, so just the same as this is in this holster, if somebody comes up behind me, they know for some whatever reason they think I'm carrying, they just see a little bit of the handle kicking out, they want to get it, they can still come in and grab this just as easily as they can do this. I mean, just because it's in something that clicks, that's the only thing it's really doing is keeping it from falling out. But again, who carries their gun upside down? Nobody. So I'm not saying that these are bad holsters. I'm not saying it's not a good idea, to have something that clicks in if that's what you like. But practical day-to-day situations, this is in its holster. It's locked in where it's going to stay. You got a belt around it. Nobody's going to be able to get this out any easier than they're going to be able to get it out of this holster. And if you have something that's going over your grip here and locking it in place, I've seen some magnet versions, but they're difficult to manipulate. The whole thing is you need to draw as quick as you can. So if this is locked into place on your waistband, you're going to be able to draw, but it's not just going to flop out. So those are the big things. Pocket carry, some people use them. They say it's not, oh, this is a pocket carry. It's not great for waistband. So with all that being said, if you've got any opinions or thoughts or comments, or you disagree with me on anything that I've covered in this, let me know. But as far as a holster goes, I think this is a very, very good, reliable option. It's going to keep your gun secure, keep it safe, and for me, most important, more comfortable than anything I've come across to this point. So, hey, there's a link down in the description. If you're interested in giving this one a try, click the link, check it out, and let me know what you think. So thanks for watching this video.